Hi guys, it's Christina here and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video because I'm finally going to be doing the 3 marker challenge, and I have 3 markers here that are not the colors that I'm going to use for the challenge, but I wanted to talk about the way I'm going to choose the markers I'm going to be using for a little bit. I know that most people do the blindfold thing and they just choose markers without looking at them. But see, my problem is I have 3 different types of markers. I mean, those are both Copics, but it's different barrel. So I feel like even if I'm blindfolded, when I'm touching them, I'll be able to feel what marker I'm choosing. So, for example, I might feel that I'm touching a Spectrum Noir and might be like, oh, but I would prefer a Copic because it's slightly easier to work with them. So that's why I decided that I'm gonna choose a marker this way. These are all small sheets of paper that I folded and put in this bowl, and there is a marker number on every sheet of paper, and that way I feel like it's a bit fairer and I feel like there is a less chance for me to be tempted to cheat in any way. So before I choose a marker, this is the drawing that I'm going to be coloring. Is this one right here. Pretty simple, and I think it might work with a lot of colors. So let's see what we're going to get. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So let's see what we have. We have TN7. We have this one. And we have this one, GB5. So let's see what that is. So they're all Spectrum Noir colors, and let's try them out, see what they look like. This. This. And this. It could have been worse. Let's see what happens when. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty nice as well. Yeah, I definitely think we can work with this. So now to the actual exciting part of this video, the coloring portion of it. I want to say that I was rewatching this first clip of me choosing the markers, and I was thinking why I don't sound excited about the colors that I just picked, because they're actually so good for this drawing. It's crazy how appropriate they are. I was very surprised. The only color that's kind of weird is the orange one, and yeah, I don't really have a skin tone, but you know, I can definitely make it work. So I don't know why I didn't sound excited, but I actually was pretty happy with the colors that I had. I was secretly hoping that I'm going to get like really crazy colors. I have a lot of markers that like the color is not as intense as the colors that I got. Most of my colors are more of like a pastel tones. Um, so I was thinking that I'm probably gonna get three markers like that, and even if they're like super crazy colors, I'll be able to work with them because it doesn't matter if you get like a crazy shade that you have to use for a skin tone, you know, as long as it's not a super intense bright color, you can still do it, no problem. So that was sort of my plan in my head, and I was sort of imagining this drawing with loads of greens and like yellows and pinks and things like that, because these are like the majority of the colors that I have. I have a lot of colors like this. But I am very happy with what I got. And yes, I got 3 Spectrum Noir markers. I was hoping for Copics, but as I explained in the beginning, that's why I decided to pick my markers like this without touching them, because I knew if I touch a Spectrum Noir marker, I might be tempted to just like reach over to the left maybe and grab the Copic marker, just because they're easier to work with. And if you're going to have only 3 colors, you want to have colors that you're comfortable working with. But I'm I'm okay with the fact I had to use Spectrum Noirs for this drawing, especially because of the colors that I got. Because the colors that I got were actually appropriate for the drawing, and they didn't require a crazy level of blending, because they were so appropriate for it. So I felt confident that I can definitely do this with a Spectrum Noir marker. Some other things that I used for this drawing were some pens. I started off by using my white Jelly Roll pen for her hair, just to outline some of the strands of hair, because I felt like they were sort of getting lost when I added the color. But then I didn't really like it with the white, and I remembered I had this gold pen that I seem to be using for everything right now. I don't know, I think that's like the 3rd video where I'm using it. But I decided to use it throughout her brown hair a little bit, and I actually really like the way it looked. It really looks really cool in person. It doesn't look as good on camera, I've noticed, but trust me, it looks good in person. But yeah, the only issue that I have with this drawing is that I really couldn't think of a way to create a skin color. Just as I said, all 3 colors are very intense in my opinion, and I felt like even if I add them in a small amount, it's gonna make her look crazy, and I wanted to prevent this from happening. But anyway, this is the final drawing done. I'm really happy that I did this challenge. It was very interesting and very entertaining for me. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.